All right, guys, it's going to be a really short video because next one I'm going to do in Russian. So here's the deal. Over the last several months, I had several situations that and kind of information that I can put together about possible arming with impulse weapons of security companies. As I said, I work one of the biggest security companies, if not the biggest in the world. It's called Allied Universal, together with a company called J4S, they made the biggest security company in the world. So, what does it mean? There is as I said, there are several situations, but I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to go into explanation what and how and when and how did stuff happen. I would explain why this thing would worry me. So here's the deal. You have an impulse weapon that it's calibrated from light hit to, to hit that will put to get out of his misery, right? Somebody. But the thing is that the softest, or I don't know how soft it is, but there is a thing called stunt mode, okay? What stunt mode means? It's somebody to get hit with the impulse, but without damage, but just will stop him. It's like a taser of the impulse. Why it's done? This type of stuff is used with law enforcement. Not the impulse weapon, but the taser. But what it means is there is upgrade coming of impulse weapons. But why would impulse weapons going to be getting by security firms with they are kind of private security? It means there is a possibility of riots coming, and there is again possibility of private security firm or firms to take over specific areas of the city and use of any city and use impulse technology against the rioters. But why they're going to be riots if they're going to be riots? Oh, Atlanta, it's clear. Some Black Lives Matter and they just give them reason and then they're going to burn the city. But how about market collapse? How about food shortage? 1st of April, tomorrow, starts the biggest in history strike of port workers. 5 of the biggest ports out of 6, I think, going to be stopped, and nobody knows for how long. It means car parts, technology parts, food supplies, grain, and so on, going to be restricted. And everything within the United States is going to go up. So there are going to be riots, food riots. Possible? I don't know. But just ask yourself a question. Why would impulse technology would be given to security firms, big security firms, like Allied Universal, for instance? Allied Universal? Absolutely sure. I said that the situation now is being played out against me. That is, as I said, as a son of the person, one of the people who invented technology of impulse, I'm being screwed and I'm being attacked for the last several months. My mother was murdered. One of the reasons, maybe not just Africa, she went to Africa and she knew stuff, but there's a possibility of that she recognized somebody here in Atlanta that have knowledge of impulse weapons and installation of this type of technology within the law enforcement or within the security forces, like Allied Universal. Allied Universal for several months ended up with really ugly things. But fortunately, as I said, from one crop usually comes out beauty. It's the knowledge that I got. This is one of the knowledge. You see, if Allied Universal wouldn't fucking bother me here and pet provocations and threatening of firing for no reason, I'm one of those, as I said, person who has really good work ethics, and yet they were willing to sacrifice person who serves the company for a very long time just to fuck him up. But that's why I'm saying there is something wrong. There is a grabbing of technology patents again, like my father's, re-grabbing again in order to not to pay or set up or destroy people like me who actually the money are due. This is what it is. We have to check if Allied Universal is being supplied by impulse weapons. If they do, it means not just Allied Universal have those weapons coming. It means it's going to be throughout the security industry.